Yes, fellow Blues, it's a disappointing Saturday afternoon for us. Brentford 2, Chelsea 2. For a game, we expected Chelsea to snatch all 3 points, considering the fact that Brentford has not been in a fine form so far this season. We expect Chelsea to win this game following a sloppy run of form in the past couple of matches. So we expect Mauricio Pochettino and the Chelsea players to have won or claim all 3 points back to Stamford Bridge. But unfortunately, you agree with me as a football fan, as a Chelsea fan. This is one of our most disappointing acts so far this season. Like the Chelsea players were not there. Like the kind of football they played today, you begin to ask questions if Chelsea actually went on to sign this caliber of players. Like these players are not of Chelsea caliber. Then going over to the coaching aspect, Mauricio Pochettino will continue to be questioned following his tactics. Today, playing players off positions and trying to, for me, it's almost like doing gamble with the team, like gambling with the team. We're questioning some players' time of making substitution and also making the right substitution. However, guys, before we dive into this video, it's been a while I last did the video. I miss you guys, but thanks to God, I'm back. So I hope to start to bring videos as I've always done in the past consistently, while we also hope for the Chelsea team to become consistent over time. But as it's going, it's as if top four challenge is almost impossible for us. Like we'll not be finishing for the top four. So after today's game, we remain in 11th position, having played 26 matches, and we've gotten 36 points. That will tell you that average in an average game, we are ranking 1.3 points. So you could tell that the number of matches and draws which we've had is far more than our wins. That's a bad one for Chelsea. And according to statistics, this is one of the worst Chelsea side in the past 25 years or so. Like since the 2000 to this era, we've not started our season this poor. Like today's game reminded me the time of Graham Potter. Like the Chelsea boys did not play really well. Personally, I don't like calling names of players. I don't like criticizing players too much because I understand they are human being. But for today's game, I need to call names of some players. Starting with Nicholas Jackson, outside the header which he put us one goal ahead. You will agree with me if I should say Nicholas Jackson is looking very unprofessional. He's not even looking like a footballer, if you may ask me, because I see no reason why you've rounded the goalkeeper just for you to slot in using your weaker foot, fine, but you cannot add extra power to put the ball past the goal line. That's a poor one from Nicolas Jackson. Then we also saw some couple of decisions which the Senegalese striker made, which was all wrong decision. Like his impact was not felt outside scoring that beautiful header. Kudos to him in terms of that header. Then we also have to give kudos to the likes of Malon Gusto, who were able to deliver that pinpointed cross for Nicolas Jackson to put us ahead. And going over to other Chelsea players, we could see a Chelsea side that was not composed today. Like if it was because of the formation which Mauricio Pochettino started the Chelsea team with today against Brentford, like playing three central backs and Malon Gusto as a wing back, then Ben Chilwell, who was not really effective. He has been so poor since returning back from injury. Like if you may ask me if Chelsea can probably sign another left back in coming transfer window, Chelsea need to do, because Ben Chilwell is no longer that player which we used to know when he arrived Chelsea from Leicester. Probably the injury all this while have affected Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell today was poor. Ben Chilwell has been poor since returning back from injury. So I expected Mauricio Pochettino to have substituted Ben Chilwell instead of even Levi Colwill, which is substituted for the likes of Ryan Sterling. I expected Ben Chilwell to have been substituted immediately we entered the second half, because the England international had a very poor game. It was not effective. Then going over to other players, the likes of Enzo Fernandez is playing below par. For me, this is not the Enzo Fernandez Chelsea paid over £100 million for. Like, sorry to say, Enzo Fernandez is making more of like he's making the wrong decision. You will be holding the ball as a midfielder. You want to pass the ball, or you want to pass the ball to your player, but you have to drive the ball down to where the player is. Why can't you just release the ball on time? Like, I don't even understand his play today, and even in recent matches, I continue to question the Chelsea board as far as the caliber of players which they sign. I'm not saying Enzo Fernandez is not a good player; he's a good player, but for me, he's yet to justify why Chelsea paid over 100 million pounds for him. While for Caicedo has had a good game today, always playing more of like an unsung hero for the Chelsea team. Then for our defense, Mauricio Pochettino, the Chelsea board, the players themselves, they need to work on defense. It's an emergency call because the Chelsea defense is awful. If they are to go by statistics in terms of dealing with area dwell and also challenging balls coming into our 18, Chelsea defense should be the worst in England this season. We cannot challenge for either. Like, even the goal that Brentford used in equalizing, it was on the fault of our defenders' inability to make the right decision. Sloppy play, Disasi, it's a little bit sluggish. It's as if he's running from the ball. It's a good defender when it comes to making blocks and all that. But going after the ball, holding possession of the ball, Disasi is poor. Then Chalobah returning back from injury, we are not expecting more from Chalobah because Chalobah was almost sold out, but the deal fell through. So for Chalobah, it's just still there. Then Levi Colwill, inexperience is affecting Levi Colwill, though he's a good player. Probably over time, he will get back to that top level which he showed with the Brighton team, and also be able to get further experience. So you agree with me if I should say we miss Thiago Silva? Because a lot of Chelsea fans will keep on saying Thiago Silva is old, Thiago Silva contract should not be renewed and all that. So you could see that in recent matches that Thiago Silva has not played, Chelsea defense has been so porous, especially dealing with crosses. So the Chelsea players, Mauricio Pochettino, the Chelsea board, they need to find a solution to our back line. Then for our attack, Nicolas Jackson already talked about. Nicolas Jackson was not there, and Kopama is missing that final piece, that ability to make use of key chances, core opportunities, which we expect for you to be playing for a big side like Chelsea or a supposed big side like Chelsea. You should be ready to convert every ample opportunity which you get. That's what will make you a world-class player. So Kopama really needs to step up and as well other Chelsea attacker. Then for Mikhailo Mudryk coming in the second half, it was not really effective. I don't really know what's wrong with Mikhailo Mudryk, despite all the support from fans. Though in our last match for the FA Cup, he was able to score a goal and played really well. But coming on as a sub, sometimes the recliner is almost like a lost player in the pitch. So I don't really know what's wrong with the Chelsea team if they are not playing to instruction of the coach, or if Pochettino is not doing the job. While for Pochettino today, where I find Pochettino wanting is making late substitutes. You are 2-1 down. What I expected from Mauricio Pochettino was bringing in probably a double sub or a triple sub, bringing in more attackers, then take off player like Enzo Fernandez, who was not useful in the pitch today, taking out Ben Chilwell, but rather you left Ben Chilwell in the pitch. Ben Chilwell played the whole 90 minutes without being substituted. Rather, it took out Levi Colwill, then taking out Enzo Fernandez too late. Enzo Fernandez ought to have been removed from the game earlier enough, then bringing in attacker. Well, this is just my opinion. Pochettino knows best, and also those persons around Pochettino, that is the technical staff. But what we are demanding is for Chelsea to become consistent. We need to start winning games, because as it stands, it's almost like the top four is a no-go area for Chelsea. Like, if we are to be sincere, top four is almost impossible. Mathematically, it's still very possible, but we are not expecting the likes of Aston Villa, the likes of Manchester United, Arsenal, and as well Liverpool to fumble in the next couple of matches before the season comes to an end. So guys, we'll be looking forward to our next match. They will be having 9 days to prepare and also for the Chelsea players to have good rest before our next game against Newcastle coming up on the 11th of March 2024. That game will be a game for we to look towards. Remember, we lost the first leg to Newcastle 4 goals to 1, if I'm not mistaken. So we're looking forward to return that deficit against Newcastle. So Mauricio Pochettino and the Chelsea players will having enough time to have a good rest and also prepare very well to see how far we can bounce back to winning ways. So fellow Chelsea fans and lovers of football, here's the latest Chelsea news. I remain Alex. Please do well to like this video, share this video, and also leave your match reaction, your opinion below as far as the Chelsea team is concerned. It's Chelsea 2, Brentford 2. Bye for now.